You're listening to the True Crime Nation podcast with Todd and Brian. If you're enjoying the show, email us at truecrimenation@outlook.com. Let's start the show.
Thanks, everyone, for listening.
Yep, we appreciate it.
So we're starting a true crime podcast. It's called True Crime Nation.
Right. And we're going to do some true crime unsolved stuff. We're going to do some serial killer stuff. Talk about everything true crime.
Anything that has to do with crime. O.J. Simpson case. Like, that hasn't been covered enough times, but we're going to do it anyway.
All that stuff. Heck yeah.
Serial
Jack the
killers.
Ripper.
Yeah. Who's your favorite serial killer, Brian?
I like Ted Bundy. I mean, I dig Jack the Ripper too, but
I can't say that I have a favorite one because that's just kind of
I know it's kind of creepy.
creepy. But I guess the one
Kind
that
of weird to have a favorite, but
Right.
everybody does.
the one that creeped me out the most was John Wayne Gacy. He was just a sick, demented son of a bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was.
The way he
Mr.
did
Clown.
things, and the way he procured those young men, and how he did what he did.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he was one of the... Ugh.
Yeah.
We'll even cover the ones that got away, the serial killers they never found.
We need to look this up. How many serial killers do you think there are today active in the United States alone?
Oh, God.
They
who
estimate
knows?
there's an average of 2 per state or something like that. I heard one time 20. I heard one time more than that. I don't know.
I don't know. But we'll have all that on the show as we go. We'll get all the stats and everything together, and we'll present it everything as we go per episode.
And if there's a topic you'd like us to do a show on, as Brian said in the intro, you can email us at truecrimenation@outlook.com.
Absolutely.
But yeah, we're going to cover everything, anything that has to do with crime. It doesn't have to be murder per se. Can you?
Yeah, be anything. There's all kinds of stuff. There's the Oklahoma City bombing. There's,
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff.
But yeah,
Yep.
so talking about all kinds of different stuff. So let's talk about serial killers for a minute while we're at it. Let's talk about the different ones that we know of. And just touch base real quick on what we know about them, and then we'll move on. So you said Ted Bundy was your favorite guy.
Ted Bundy, yeah.
He mostly killed women.
Yep, he was the handsome guy that always picked up the women and knocked them off.
I think I know this. I don't know how I know this, but I think I heard this. You know how Ted Bundy would portray like he was like crippled or in a cast, or he would have a sling on sometimes. I'd heard that he would do that too. And I heard that the movie The Silence of the Lambs, when the guy was getting the girl in the van and he had that cast on, he kind of used that for the movie. They got that idea from Ted Bundy.
That was a crazy movie right there,
Yeah,
too.
The Silence of the Lambs, yeah.
Yeah.
I read that book. There's a lot of crime books out there, too. We can talk about it and think about that.
That's another thing we're talking about, yeah.
What about the BTK killer? Dennis Rader. Bind, tie, kill, whatever. He would leave notes. Remember this guy? We'll have to do a show on him and look him up. He was
Yeah, we'll have to do
involved
that
in the
one.
church. He was involved in the church and all this stuff, and he was like, this whole town was terrified by this guy, breaking in, and they had no idea who it was, but he was right in front of their eyes.
Look that one up.
Yeah.
I don't remember that one.
BTK killer.
Yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey
we got
Dahmer, eating people.
Son of Sam.
Son
We
of
got
Sam. Here's a question.
the Hillside Strangler. We got
I read this one time. To be classified as a serial killer, you need to have killed 3 or more people.
right. I just read it somewhere.
So what about? You think there's cases where someone's killed more than 3 people?
Oh yeah,
Besides being in the army. I mean, if you're in a war, right?
yeah. How many Jeffrey Dahmer had more than that in his freezer?
But I'm just saying, are there any scenarios where someone didn't purposely try to kill somebody, but they did 3 times, and that classified them as a serial killer?
I think if you kill somebody and then you do it again, you're pretty much killing people. No, it's not accidental anymore.
Yeah, you think it should be 2? The limit should be 2, not 3.
Well, they have to establish a pattern. You can't really establish a pattern if there's only 2. three or more as a pattern.
And we can talk about stuff that's happened in our area where we live. We don't have to disclose where that is, but
There's
had a lot
all
going
kinds of
on.
stuff. Yeah, stuff not far from here. I just looked some up today.
Kidnappings and murders and people not found.
Yep.
So we thought we'd do this little intro episode to say hello and introduce you to the show.
And get you guys going on what the show is going to be about, who we are.
And then we will put out some good content for you guys and keep it rolling and see how it goes. So
that's right. We're going to do a lot of these will be video too. We'll have a lot of video to go on. Maybe we'll have some pictures and stuff to put up. Yeah, it'll be fun. Also, eventually down the road, we might even get some guests on. So,
right.
Should be fun.
We'll come up with some good topics and put some episodes out for you guys. Got anything else, man, for this intro?
I don't think so, man. I'm just excited to do it. And hopefully some of these stories will scare the pants off people. And
yeah, it's gonna creep me out and give me nightmares. Probably. I mean, I love the mystery, the murder. I always wanted to be a detective when I was a kid. And the morbid stuff is just so weird to me, but it's true. This stuff that we're talking about really happened or happens, and that's what hits home about it, and that's what makes it real. Yeah. So,
monsters are real.
They are. With that, call it a show and get out of here then.
Right on. Yep. Right. You guys stay